All right, welcome back to ConvolutedCube. We are here to discuss Bloodborne that was just released a few days ago on PS4 as the big PS4 exclusive. I, of course, am Ryan, and here is my buddy Randy.
Hello, hi.
Well, this is the spiritual successor of Demon Souls and then the Dark Souls series. This is from Sony as the publisher, and it was from
FromSoftware.
FromSoftware.
Yes.
There's the catch. All right, so I'm excited to dive into it. I've only watched a lot of footage of it, but you were the main player of it, so let's hear all about it.
All right, so this is Bloodborne. It's a spiritual successor to Dark Souls and the Demon Souls series. This one is a little bit different than Dark Souls and Demon Souls because they took out most of the defensive things that you can do, trying to make it more an aggressive, offensive style of gameplay. So they took away all of your shields, so you can't just sit around and wait for an opening as much as you could in Dark Souls or Demon Souls. You're relying more on evasion and rolls and timing, especially timing your gunshots. So for those of you who haven't played Dark Souls or Demon Souls, be wary when you come in.
I haven't played yet. I heard there's a lot of tips and tricks you need to know beforehand.
Yeah, so Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and now Bloodborne are the quintessential hardcore games that are mainstream right now. It doesn't tell you everything off the bat. You're going to have to rely on the community online or just figuring things out yourself to actually get a handle on everything. Also, it's incredibly difficult. This not as much as the first Dark Souls, but it's still really hard. But that's kind of the beauty of the game. So as long as you go into it knowing what to expect, you can have fun with it. But if you go into this game like, this looks like Devil May Cry or God of War, I'm just gonna bash buttons. No, you're not gonna last long. That's not how you do it. So this is one of those games where it's high risk reward. So you're growing around this city, Yharnam, I want to say it is.
That sounds about right.
And it's been infected by a plague. This is a city that's known for making cures, so it's kind of ironic that this is the city where the epidemic happens.
Right.
And everything in the city now is violent and can kill you. So just in the gameplay standpoint, this is like the ultimate risk-reward playstyle in a third-person action RPG. What I mean by that is everything can kill you very easily, even just the standard enemies.
Grunts.
Yeah, the grunts, the townspeople as they are. They can kill you in pretty much 2-3 shots at the very beginning. So you're relying on not getting hit. That is the quintessential thing that you have to do, is don't get hit at all. You can't block. You just can roll and counterattack.
Right,
okay?
Dodging and evasion.
You're leveling up, and your purchases are all tied to one kind of currency called blood echoes, which you gain by beating enemies.
Okay.
Okay, so basically
those
everything,
are your coins.
Yeah, everything that you have that is of use to you is tied to blood echoes.
Not to be confused with blood diamonds.
Sure. For the sake of not confusing people, we're just going to stick with blood echoes here.
Blood diamonds, not in this game.
All right, damn it, now I'm saying blood diamonds. So blood echoes are the most important resource that you have. It's really the only resource that you have. It's also the thing that you lose all of when you die.
I've noticed that and have been yelled at from my roommate because he's a little reckless.
Yeah, you can't be reckless. You have to be patient in this game. Because when you die, you lose all of your blood echoes. Blood echoes will either stay on the cement where you died, or they will be attached to the person who killed you. So when you respawn, in order to get back all of your experience points and money, because it's all the same thing, you have to go back and kill what killed you.
Oh, and that's cool, because I saw a dude that was like just a regular grunt dude who was like walking around and he had like blue eyes that had all of my roommate's old blood echoes.
Yep, so you'll either have a stain on the floor, a blood stain where you died, where you can pick up your blood echoes if you like just fell to your death. Otherwise, if something killed you, when you come back, they'll have glowing yellow eyes.
Yeah.
And then, that's the one that you have to take out to get your blood echoes back.
Yeah.
So that makes this really intense all of the time. Because every time you go into a battle, okay, this thing can fuck me up real quick and I can die. But if I kill it, I'm going to get like 200 blood echoes. I have 2,000 on me. I think I need 2,500 to level up. And there's no bank, so I can't like store my blood echoes. So it's either I can go back to the store and I can buy stuff I might or might not need, or I can take a risk here, go up against this big guy, maybe get enough blood echoes to level up.
Right.
or lose all of my blood echoes and have to fight them again and possibly lose them forever. Because if you die a second time, they're gone. You don't get them back.
And I think it's kind of a pain too, because like going back to the store is like not an easy task from what I noticed.
No, it's not.
Because there are not a lot of checkpoints to take you back to the store.
I have been playing the game for 6 hours and I just got to my second checkpoint.
Yep, that's what my roommate said. He was quite frustrated about that.
Oh, you have to have the right mindset to jump into this game.
Okay.
Like I said, if you don't know what this is, and you saw the commercials and were like, that looks really cool, I'm gonna pick it up because I'm good at Devil May Cry. Fuck, you're not having a fun time.
Right. Well, with those other games, those two are perfect examples where your character just like keeps pushing forward and just button mashes all day. But this one, just in the first 5 minutes of watching gameplay, you're jumping back and jumping to the side, and you're not going forward at all. Sometimes you're being patient and timely.
Oh yeah, you have to be patient with everything that you're attacking. And the really nice thing, like, it's one of those games where I played Dark Souls for like 20 minutes because I just wanted to see what it was all about. And I understood it. I knew why people liked it, but I didn't have the time for it.
Right.
But with Bloodborne, it's a little bit more accessible. It's a little more my play style, and I can really appreciate what it does now because there's not times in, like, when you're playing Devil May Cry, when you're playing God of War, when you're playing all these action RPGs, when you go into battle and there's so many times where it doesn't feel like a life or death situation. But in most games, it's just like, all right, here's 20 fodder enemies, and I'm just going to run through them until I finally get to this boss, which is going to give me some kind of a difficult challenge.
Right.
In this game, every single thing that's there, okay, this thing can really mess me up. I'm going to have to take my time. So everything you go into has to be a calculated decision.
Yeah.
And that makes it really awesome and very intense.
Especially if you like get ganged up and stuff, which happened to my roommate a couple of times, and he just had to book it. He was just like, I cannot take on these like 4 regular grunts right now.
There's not many games where the pebble, like your rock, becomes your most useful utensil in a video game. This is one of those where like you're sneaking up behind 4 people, and if you fight them all at the same time, unless you're experienced and you know like their patterns, they're gonna mess you up. But you can take a pebble and you can just toss it at one of them, and it's only gonna do like 2 damage, but it'll separate them, and you can weed them out one by one and pull them. So yeah, that's awesome.
I saw that happen quite often last night when I was watching him, and it was just a matter of the grinding element.
It is very grindy because there are going to be times when you come up to a boss and you're not going to be able to beat him. Like I was running around yesterday trying to find my first boss because that's kind of how you level up. This game does a good job where dying is a part of the game and it should be accepted. You don't even get your first weapon until you die your first time and resurrect. Okay? You don't get a level up until you die from your first boss or you beat your first boss. And most of the time, you're just going to die from that first boss.
Damn.
So I was running around. I somehow found a shortcut where I skipped the first boss just completely. And I ended up at the second boss where you're supposed to be at level 20 before you get to him.
Like a glitch?
No, there's tons of shortcuts in the game where you can sidetrack things. So there's some people who are like, I don't even know what boss you're talking about. Like, you've met him 2 hours ago, I'm in the same place as you and I haven't seen him. It's because they took an alternate route.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of open in that way as far as the environment. It's a very rewarding experience, kind of like with Skate. Yeah. Which I think had one of the best control schemes out there.
Yeah.
Because you don't understand everything right off the bat, and you don't understand enemy patterns right off the bat. So when you start to get good, it's less because you leveled up and more because you got better at playing the game.
Oh, wow.
So these enemies at the start of the game that were giving me fits one-on-one, I can take them on like 4 at a time as long as I understand where I'm at in the environment. So as long as I know if I can get them onto a stairwell where only 2 of them fit running up and I get my long blade, I can mess 4 of them up pretty easily and just roll out of the way. It's all about hit and run.
Well, yeah, and finding a little loophole or like helpfulness with like the environment, like you were saying with the stairs.
And the environment will both help and hurt you because like your long weapon, if you're in a really narrow spot, if you do like a side swinging one, it's going to hit the wall and you're not going to be able to do it. So it's understanding the controls and what attacks, like what button combinations do what attacks for what situation.
Okay.
So my one gripe in the game is the camera, which has been a problem in the Dark Souls series forever. So you use the right analog stick to move the camera left and right, and then when you have an enemy on screen within a certain amount of distance, you can click in the right joystick and it'll lock onto them.
Okay, yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
it works
that's
most of
kind
the
of
time.
usual, yeah.
until you get to a boss, which is usually taller than you. So the angle of the camera is pointing up, and then the geometry is usually at your side. So you'll get pushed against the corner, and you won't be able to see anything because the camera is now through the wall, so all you can see is the wall.
Oh my god.
And you have this giant thing that can kill you in 3 to 4 hits, swinging at you, and you don't know what attack he's doing unless you memorize the noises that he makes.
Wow. So don't lock onto the camera when you come up.
You can't do combat unless you lock on. Like you can't combat them effectively and roll out of the way and still see them because the camera just moves too much unless it's locked on.
So how do you get by that?
I swung my axe as much as I could and rolled out of the way. That's how I solved that problem, was trying to get as many. I figured this is all about calculated decisions in this game,
right?
Which is really cool. Like, I had to take a second and come to the decision of, all right, I can't see what I'm doing, but he's not attacking me right now because my health's not going down, which means I probably have an opening. So I'm going to get in 3 good shots, and I'm just going to roll twice to the right and once to the back and hope I'm out of the way. And hope that the camera actually gets off of the wall, too.
And did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So it did kind of right itself eventually.
Yeah, but like I said, this game is so intense, but it's not cheap. So when you die, you don't feel like the game screwed you over. It's one of those experiences where I died, but it's not the game's fault, it's my fault. I fucked up.
Yeah. It's your play style, or it's your lack of knowledge about something, yeah.
And most of the time, that works fine. It's in these one instances where the camera fucks up, then it becomes the game has fucked up, and now I'm really mad.
Right.
Because I have a lot riding on this. Because if I die, I'm going to lose all of my experience and all of my gold because it's the same thing. And then I'm going to have to come back and try and fight this guy again, and he's already like 3/4 of the way down, so is the camera going to fuck up again? I don't know! The game looks really good. One of the things I really like that most games do now, but it was an issue back in the day, is when you get new armor, it changes your appearance.
Oh,
really
that's
nice.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you get to the end game, I've seen pictures of end game people. They look like badasses.
Yeah.
Which is always cool. They hide some of the more unique items in hard-to-get places, which is good because it adds to the risk-reward mentality of the game. So, do I really want to fight these 5 things that I haven't even seen before to go to that shiny object that I don't know what it is yet? Once again, risk-reward.
Yeah.
Because there could be something around the corner that can fuck you up. You don't know.
Right.
Which right now, like, everything in this game, like, this is the perfect time to buy it, if you're going to buy it, because there's not a lot of information out. So you can't look up walkthroughs very effectively yet.
No.
So when you're roaming around, it adds that sense of danger and that sense of what's around the corner. That there might be something hiding in the shadows that's going to mess me up, and I don't know.
Yeah, I gotcha. Did you try the co-op or?
No. I beat the first boss yesterday, and that's when you unlock the co-op.
Okay.
Yep. So the items are good. The gameplay is fine. It reacts really well. It's all about knowing your animation length. Like this is as close to a fighting game as you can get in a action RPG, where you have to like almost do frame counts.
But the realism's there compared to some of those other those 2 that we use for examples of.
Oh yeah.
God of War and DMC. Yeah, that's more arcadey.
Yeah, this is not an arcadey game. This is a hardcore action RPG that you should take pretty slowly until you get good at it.
Okay. Yeah. Anything you want to touch on story-wise?
Story doesn't really make sense in this game, and
it's very vague from what I've noticed already.
It's very vague, and that's not the reason why people play this game. So, like, if you're coming in here expecting a big story, don't. Don't, because it's not going to make any sense. The gist of the story is, hey, you're in a city that's overrun with monsters. Go kill shit and survive. That's all you need to know.
Blood is very necessary.
Yeah. Well,
have fun.
You don't even, like, everything, it's just a cheap marketing thing where everything's blood. Check out the blood echoes. This is Bloodborne. Look at the blood ministry. They're in charge of everything. We got blood medicine. Like, fuck you. No.
Yeah, like you heal yourself with just like blood vials or like like blood pills or something.
Blood vials that you shoot and it's like an insulin shot of blood. Oh, God. Yeah, this game is intense. It's fun. I would say definitely check it out. This is not a game that's going to be for everybody.
No, it doesn't sound like that.
Try it out. Like if you have a friend who's already bought it or if you have a rental store next to you, try it out before you buy it because
at least rent it, yeah.
It's a love it or hate it game.
Okay.
You'll appreciate it when you're done trying it out.
Oh, I appreciate
But that doesn't mean you're going to like playing it.
Yeah. I appreciate the look of it already when I was watching my roommate play it for 2 hours. I know I was also appreciating how upset he was getting on the reg, which was very entertaining.
You're gonna get mad. You're gonna get upset. But then, because everything's tied to that one character that killed you, you get that sense of I don't want to quit right now.
That dude's ass.
I know I just died. I don't want to rage quit because I'm pretty sure I can beat that guy. So I'm gonna go back.
And kind of like a nice like Shadows of Mordor kind of feel of like, oh dude, that one guy, he's had my number. I'm coming back for that dude.
Oh yeah.
Screw him.
Yeah. All of the bosses are named, so you know, like, oh, I gotta go get that.
Yeah, but all right, they borrowed a little from Shadows.
Beast.
I like that. All right, sweet. So that is Bloodborne. Come for the action, the difficulty. Well, I'm excited to jump into it. So, anything else in closing? No. Definite rent.
Try it out. Try it out, because this is one of those games that FromSoftware is the only company that's really good at making these kind of games.
This is what they do.
This is their bread and butter.
Okay.
So try it out. See if you like it. If you do, buy it. If you don't, then skip it. It's not for everybody. I'm not going to pretend that it's for everybody.
Well, it sounds like Randy is going to have his hands on it for a little bit longer. I am going to have a copy of it. Hit us up on Twitter. I'll definitely co-op it with you. My Twitter handle is rpgreenmachine4. Randy is
at ConvolutedCube.
All right, and then if you like the video, please subscribe. And we hope to see you back again. Thanks much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.